Breaking news across the globe. Bruno Guimaraes is in isolation battling illness. The Newcastle United midfielder has confirmed he's been diagnosed with mumps after a trip to Barcelona, forcing him to miss crucial matches and sparking transfer rumors. And the fallout from the Tyne-Wear Derby continues. Newcastle United supporters are expressing deep disappointment, with one fan even admitting they were ashamed to be a supporter after the final whistle, detailing widespread booing and abuse directed at the players. Now, Eddie Howe's position at Newcastle United is facing serious questions. Following a string of disappointing results, including a heavy Champions League defeat and a derby loss, the club's hierarchy is set to conduct a major performance review that could impact his future. But the drama doesn't stop there. The Tyne-Wear Derby itself was marred by intense tension, fan fights, and shocking allegations of racial abuse directed at a player. We've got the full story on this explosive confrontation. Stay with us.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Mumps outbreak rocks Newcastle star amidst transfer frenzy. Newcastle United's midfielder Bruno Guimaraes has been forced into isolation after a surprising diagnosis of mumps. This comes after he traveled with the team to Barcelona for their Champions League clash, despite already nursing a hamstring injury. The illness means he'll miss more crucial games, adding to manager Eddie Howe's injury woes. Guimaraes shared on social media that he noticed swelling shortly after returning from Spain, which was later confirmed as mumps by doctors. He's now required to isolate for 5 days and needs more time for physical recovery. This health update comes at a turbulent time, as Guimaraes is heavily linked with a massive £69 million transfer to Manchester United, with Real Madrid also reportedly interested. The timing couldn't be worse for Newcastle, as they struggle with form and a mounting injury list, desperately needing their midfield talisman back. Fans are reacting with a mix of concern for Guimaraes' health and anxiety over his potential departure, especially with transfer rumors swirling. Analysts are debating whether this illness could impact his transfer value or if clubs will still pursue him aggressively. The club's performance has dipped significantly, and losing Guimaraes, even temporarily, exacerbates their challenges. Will this health scare derail Bruno Guimaraes' career or fuel a blockbuster transfer? And speaking of fan reactions, did you hear what one supporter said about being ashamed to back the Magpies after that Derby disaster? Derby disgrace, Newcastle fans' shocking admission of shame. Following a devastating Derby loss, a Newcastle United supporter penned a raw account, admitting for the first time they felt ashamed to support the club. The fan detailed the widespread booing and abuse directed at the players and coaching staff as they made a lap of appreciation after the final whistle. This sentiment starkly contrasts with the club's proud traditions of unwavering support. The author expresses deep disappointment, not just with the result against rivals Sunderland, but with the toxic atmosphere generated by a segment of the fanbase. They question the effectiveness of such behavior, arguing that hurt players need backing, not abuse, especially when transfer speculation is rife. The piece contrasts this with past loyalty shown by fans in difficult times, suggesting a concerning shift towards glory hunting among some supporters. The article has sparked a significant debate online, with many agreeing with the author's sentiment and lamenting the toxicity. Others defend the fans' right to express anger after poor performances, though the overwhelming reaction leans towards supporting the team through thick and thin. Pundits are discussing the impact of fan pressure on player morale and club performance. Can Newcastle fans find their legendary support again after this dark day? And what does this mean for Eddie Howe's own position with the club's hierarchy, now watching closely? Howe's future on the line. Newcastle review looms amidst fan fury. Newcastle United's hierarchy is reportedly set to conduct a significant performance review at the end of the season, casting a shadow over manager Eddie Howe's future. Despite last season's Champions League qualification, a string of recent poor results, including a heavy defeat to Barcelona and a crucial derby loss to Sunderland, has led to growing fan dissatisfaction. The club, bankrolled by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, invested heavily with aspirations of competing for domestic silverware and European places. However, the current trajectory suggests a mid-table finish with no European football, a stark contrast to Sunderland's recent promotion. Manager Eddie Howe has cited financial sustainability regulations and the sale of key players like Alexander Isak as significant hurdles, insisting he will not resign. Yet the club's leadership, including sporting director Ross Wilson and CEO David Hopkinson, will be scrutinizing performance closely, with PIF executives also weighing in. Fans have voiced their frustration not just online, but audibly within the stadium, a stark shift from previous seasons. Analysts are divided, with some pointing to external factors like PSR, while others argue that the team should be performing better given the investment. The debate centers on whether Howe has the long-term vision and tactical acumen to elevate Newcastle to the elite level they aspire to be. Can Eddie Howe navigate these turbulent waters and secure his job? And we turn to the derby itself, where the drama spilled onto the pitch with shocking allegations of abuse and fan clashes. Tyne-Wear Derby erupts. Fan violence and racial abuse allegations mar fixture. The recent Tyne-Wear Derby between Newcastle United and Sunderland was marred by intense tension, fan altercations, and disturbing allegations of racial abuse. While the on-field result saw Sunderland secure a crucial 2-1 victory, the off-field incidents have cast a dark cloud over the historic fixture. Reports indicate that multiple fan fights broke out within and around St. James Park following the match. Adding to the chaos, there are serious allegations of racial abuse directed towards a player during the heated encounter. Details are still emerging, but the nature of these claims has sent shockwaves through the football community, demanding swift investigation and action. Football authorities and fan groups have strongly condemned the violence and any form of discriminatory behavior. Social media is ablaze with discussions about the unsportsmanlike conduct and the need for stricter security measures and harsher penalties for perpetrators. The incident brings into sharp focus the ongoing battle against racism in football and the importance of maintaining the integrity and safety of the sport. Will these shocking incidents lead to significant repercussions for those involved? And now, let's recap all the major headlines you need to know today. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. Bruno Guimaraes is battling mumps amidst transfer rumors. Newcastle fans are reeling from a derby defeat and expressing deep disappointment. Eddie Howe's future is uncertain as a performance review looms, and the Tyne-Wear Derby was marred by fan violence and shocking abuse allegations. Don't miss a single update. Hit that like button, subscribe to News Now for all the breaking stories, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, and tell us your thoughts in the comments below. Plus, follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content.